Alright, so Chapter 6, Lesson 4, Finding a Number When the Percent is Unknown. In the warm-up section of your notes, please copy down these problems. Press play when you're ready to correct. No vocabulary words today. We're just going to be solving some percent problems another way. So when one number is known and it's given and its relationship to another number is given by a percent, the other number can be found. So we're going to use some of the same methods we used yesterday. 60 is 12% of what number? So first we're going to be setting up an equation. And yesterday you learned that the part equals the percent times the whole. So we're going to go ahead and use that. We're just going to substitute in our value. 60 equals 12% of n times n. We're going to change that percent to a decimal. Divide both sides by 0.12. And we have n equals 500. So 60 is 12% of 500. Alright, example number 2. Anna earned 85% on a test by answering 17 questions correctly. If each question was worth the same amount, how many questions were on the test? So this time we're going to set up a proportion, very similar to what we did yesterday. We'll have the percent part on the left-hand side. 85% is 85 out of 100. And we know that she answered 17 correct, but we don't know how many out of how many numbers. So that will be the denominator. We will cross multiply 100 times 17, 85 times n. And then we're going to divide both sides by 85. And we get n equals 20. So that means that there were 20 questions on the test. Alright, example 3. When a giraffe is born, it is approximately 55% as tall as it will be as an adult. If a baby giraffe is 5.2 feet tall when it is born, how tall will it be when it's full grown? So we're going to set up a proportion for this. 55%, 55 per 100, and 5.2 out of what number? So it should be set up like this. We'll cross multiply. 55 times each, 100 times 5.2. Divide both sides by 55. And we have about 9.5. So this giraffe will be approximately 9.5 feet tall when it's full grown. Alright, so Amy caught a fish that weighed 15.5 pounds. This was 85% of the weight of the largest fish that Amy ever caught. What was the weight to the nearest tenth of a pound of the largest fish that Amy had ever caught? So this time we'll set up an equation. 15.5 is 85% of what number? So 15.5 equals 85% of n. Change that percent into a decimal, and then we'll divide both sides by 0.85. And we get about 18.2. So the largest fish that Amy had ever caught was about 18.2 pounds. Alright, so you've now seen all 3 types of percent problems. You do not need to copy this screen down. So here's your lesson quiz. Go ahead and pause this screen and we'll go over all of these answers tomorrow in class.